So what's the like difference with it?
The difference is if you're on a computer, you can type and say things to them as well. On Periscope, you can just watch. If you're on a computer, you can't say anything.
Periscope still really?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I mean, couldn't you in theory like kind of spam it though? Just like copy paste it all the time, like just spam comments during a feed.
If you were on your phone, yes.
Well, no. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're on a computer, you can just rapidly copy paste and just constantly.
Yeah.
Like,
well, but the idea is because there's so many people that view on a computer. Like, we'll have a ton of viewers on a computer that just can't contribute.
Yeah.
And so the idea is they could also contribute. They can blow it up all they want. It's just it doesn't take away.
I just feel like if you had a big stream, it would get too out of hand. Like if we were like actually like famous people. Then it would be...
It'd be like first and like when people post something.
Yeah, like imagine...
So I'm just throwing this out as soon as I hit the record button. I said, so you guys ready to...
I know.
Yeah, no.
And then the second I get down here,
Well, we were waiting until you got situated. You were setting up.
Well, we're recording. So.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Super passive-aggressive start. All right.
Passive-aggressive as shit.
I feel like... that's fine. We can kind of adjust it next week.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to get you in there. I feel like it's too much on me. You could actually probably move that a little bit to the...
As whatever. I mean, do we really want to mess with it?
I'd love to get you in it.
I mean, I am in it.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
I'm just leaning back.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
All right. 3.
That hurt. Oh,
That sounded
we're good.
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
weird.
3, 2, 1. Yeah?
You good? All right,
3.
We're ready now.
2, 1. So
sorry. Just last time I've been on there for a while today.
you're so full of shit.
I literally have been on air for hours though.
This is what we deal with.
This is what we have to deal with.
3 straight hours. Though.
This is you were put on for the camera so much right now. All right, 3, 2, 1.
What camera?
The phone. The phone is a camera.
Okay.
All right, attempt
No
number
one-
4.
No one is gonna watch this.
They're done already.
3, 2. What are you doing?
I just had to come over here, and I don't not use for the first 3 sentences of the intro anyway. Just where am I releasing?
All right, just go. Just go.
3, 2, 1. So the hype around America this
Oh my
week.
God.
Unfortunately, our international listeners can't take part in this bonanza. But the Powerball lottery jackpot has now reached, as of today, and we know when this episode drops Monday, somebody could have won, or somebody may not have won.
We could have won.
You're right. If you don't hear from us, we won.
Yeah, this episode. If you don't, well, I guess
never
if you don't hear us saying
Well, it'll
this,
continue. It just may take like a little bit of a hiatus. But anyway, so...
I'd buy a
little-
team.
I'd probably be off the grid. Nah, I don't think you'd have
Off the
enough
grid,
money to buy
I'd
a
legally
team.
change my name.
I feel like I could buy a cheap team.
Dude, the Clippers sold for 1.5. Even Milwaukee just sold for 550, and they're one of the
I could probably
smaller
get that.
teams. Like
I feel at this point you probably buy the Pelicans for relatively inexpensive.
Hornets, maybe?
Either way, you're talking like you're gonna spend all the money you make on this. But anyway, the money you'd make on this is the Powerball jackpot, which is now, as
could
of
be a partial
recording
owner.
this, was over $9. That you could be a partial owner. Over $900
You know, Shaq's a partial
million.
owner of our team.
Is he really?
Yeah.
All right, $900 million.
$900 million.
$900 million. What would you like? I guess my thing is what we were reading during the week is there was a survey of the people you would call when you who would be the first person you would call when you realized you won
I wouldn't
$900
call
million.
I would take my cell phone and I throw it in a lake.
Really?
Oh God, I wouldn't call anyone.
Yeah, you'd have to get a new number immediately. You call a lawyer.
I would call a lawyer. Yeah,
I call a lawyer.
because you got to make sure everything's locked in. And so then this is the other thing is how far down the family line do you now quote unquote kind of owe money to them?
No, but immediate.
Only immediate? Like, so like my mom, my dad, my brothers, after that, go screw yourself?
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, like for me, like I have family that I would help out, but like I wouldn't go crazy. Like most of it would be centered on my immediate, and maybe my grandma too. Because like I have a really small family. I'm talking like I have like one uncle that I really see frequently, and his wife, and one cousin that I see frequently at this point. So. You know, for me, it wouldn't be like I wouldn't have like 30 people lining up, but I would I call a lawyer and I drive home and tell them to Pennsylvania and tell my parents. But I wouldn't.
But the thing
I'd throw my phone in a lake.
So then the other thing is a lot of work companies. What they do is they'll do like a work pool. Everybody gives in $20,
Right.
and then they go and buy however much they can with that, and then the winnings would be distributed between the people. And I was thinking, like, if I worked at a place that gave $20 and I didn't go in, and everybody I worked with just won millions of dollars, I would have to quit. I would have to quit and become homeless and live in the woods somewhere. Because you
Dude,
can't...
you're gonna find Justin in like a remote Buddhist temple in like Nepal or something.
You'd have to just meditate on that for years, because you just didn't.
Oh, I would need Jesus or some kind
you would
of
not.
religion.
Yeah, $20. You did not give $20, and everybody you work with did, and won millions.
Well, we talked about this in the office, and you know, certain people were like, "I just bounce out, I'd be gone." I can tell you that if I won that money, it was just me by myself, like not having pooled.
Mm-hmm.
I'd quit my job, obviously,
I feel like
but I would buy every single person I work with like a brand new BMW, and then peace out.
Oh, I do some dope things. I think for
buy everybody a car.
I think for the first, well, that's awesome. By the
and
way.
that wouldn't even
But
put like anything close to a dent.
Right.
Well,
in
I
your
think
money.
I think for the first few months, I would just kind of go off the grid, and then
You have to.
right.
Yeah,
and
you
then
really
when
have to
right. But then
disappear.
I'm saying when I come back is when basically people would get sweet gift packages from me,
Yeah.
something like a car and a sweet watch or something
Mhm.
like that, and that's how they'd know I'd won it. And I'd basically give them like a burner number and say, you are legally obligated to not give this out, and like this is how you can contact me, and I'm only giving you this number.
The one of the guys we work with said that if I didn't put in $20 into our work pool and they won, he would just every day he would quit, but every day he would come in and leave $1 on my desk just to remind me that I did not win with them. And I was like, all right, fine, here's $20. Like, let me know if we win.
Oh man,
But it's like it's so much.
Well, the odds to win the Powerball, to win the jackpot, are 1 in 292 million, which I
Mhm.
learned from a story that we read on air at work
Yep.
this week. That is like trying to flip a coin and landing on heads 28 straight times.
Right.
So
It can be done.
But that's the thing. My thing is it's $2 for a Powerball ticket, and I could win 900 million. And it was 700 million. If you took lump sum, they give you about 450, and after taxes. Thankfully, in Florida, I didn't know this. There's no lottery tax, so we wouldn't get state taxed on it at all.
Oh, nice.
But after federal taxes, mind you, this is when it was at 700, so it's going up to 900.
Yeah.
You'd still walk away with like $284 billion,
The thing-
and you have to be a real jackass to blow $285 million.
Yeah,
It
that
would be really hard.
It would be really hard, and this is what I told my girlfriend is, if I win, the first thing after I call the lawyer and all that stuff, I'm calling her, I'm going to Google the most expensive restaurant in the world. We are going to go there, and we are going to get food.
Really, if you won that much money, you wouldn't just leave your girlfriend?
No, I would not do that. That's awful.
Wow.
It's like that guy in the interview, the news interview. She asked the guy what he would do, and he's like, I would blow it all on hookers and cocaine.
Yeah, just straight up
It's
like that.
wow.
That's the first thing I do is buy hookers and cocaine. But if you're that rich, and we talked about this before, you don't actually need to buy hookers.
Yeah, no, they're just gonna come.
You
to you.
don't think you'd keep your girlfriend?
I wasn't saying me. I was asking Justin.
You and no, I'm kidding. But no, I would not leave my
You gotta
girlfriend.
you gotta keep the chick that was down with you before you had money.
That- the other chicks
That's
weren't-
what I was saying.
The other chicks weren't with me when I was shooting in the gym.
So
my
that's
God.
actually brings me back to something I was thinking about before, and there's a lot of NBA players, Kevin Durant, namely, who's coming up this offseason,
Mhm.
and a lot of people are like, he wants to return home, but there's also the flip side of the argument where when you return home, you're a millionaire
Yeah.
now. You have all those homies, all those buddies, all those kids you grew up with, all those friends, everybody you ever saw one
That
time
feel
in a
like
grocery
they
store
were there for you.
that are going to hit you up when you're home, and so there's that dichotomy of players not necessarily wanting to go back into that.
So this is I was watching an ESPN 30 for 30 on a basketball player for the Celtics. I can't remember his name.
Larry Bird.
No. But he had drug
Paul Pierce.
he had drug addiction.
Vin Baker.
I can't remember his name. I even if you said it, I wouldn't know.
Isaiah Thomas.
No.
No,
And
it's
so
also a drug
he
addiction.
How do you know? You know?
he's not.
He's
He's not.
deserving anything of that.
No, but he
He's played really well
grew
this
up.
year.
He
Yeah.
grew up in Boston, and then ended up, I think, on the Nuggets. But then the Nuggets traded him to Boston, and when he was on the Nuggets, he was really good because he was away from everything. He wasn't doing drugs, and then he got traded home. And when he
Yep.
went home, the drugs and all that came back into his life, and he kind of went downhill and got in some trouble.
Oh, you gotta keep your. If you have that much money, your circle has to be the tightest.
Well, when you go to your rookie camp or whatever, when all the rookies are drafted and they have to, the league does that thing for like a week, and I wish I knew what it was called off the top of my head. I don't. Regardless, all the rookies have to go to this camp, and a lot of what they're talking to the rookies about is this is how you have to live your life now that all of a sudden you have this money. You have to get rid of these people. They tell you how to
and actually,
make sure that you don't get women pregnant because women will do that.
Yes. Well, and I think, Kevin, you sent me the article that Elton Brand wrote a really great article
on the Cauldron
about how he is excited to go to the Sixers to pass all this information that he was taught when he was coming into the NBA, playing wise and things like that. Like, you got to be careful when you're out.
My favorite part was he said if there were camera phones when he, Ron Artest, and Brad Miller were rookies, they would have been thrown out of the league. Yeah. So I need to read about that in an Elton Brand biography. But one thing I'd do if I won $900 million is build us a studio for this podcast, which you're listening to, the Drive and Dish NBA podcast. My name is Kevin Rayfuse. Joining me to my left, my co-host, Tim Tompkins.
Paul, don't lie.
And behind the boards, keeping us honest as always, our producer, Justin Kuzart.
Hey, people really think Blake Griffin better Draymond Green, ? Y'all crazy.
I know this one too. I know it. I saw the tweet. Yep. I saw the tweet. Oh man, I can't remember who is it.
His @ is think I'm in the 90s. If that helps you at all.
Nope, no.
Brandon Jennings.
Ah, that was it. Brandon Jennings, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
He also had a grammatical error in there. So I didn't fix it.
I don't think you wanted to talk.
Nope, not at all. I'm literally not, though. Hey, it's okay.
No. I mean, we love Justin here, but the grammatical errors, that's not like your strongest.
You want to know why?
Yeah, I just want to go squeeze headshots out.
You want to know why, though? When I was in elementary school, the school I have a learning disability, so I wasn't able to pick up on it as quick. So that whole No Child Left Behind, I was one of those kids that they were just like, all right, well, screw him, like we're gonna move on without him. But the teacher literally told my mom, there's going to be the internet, so he won't have a problem with spelling or grammar. And so. Right. So there you go. And they literally, like, it was until,
so you learned all this years after everybody.
Oh, yeah. Once I graduated high school, my mom told me, and she's like, it's one of my biggest regrets is not having them just actually teach you. And I was like, well, thanks.
That got kind of dark. Anyways,
life's hard for everybody. Take a number, stand in line.
Exactly. But let's do some news.
No, whoa.
No, you're right. Well,
that's why I was waiting for you to toss it.
I got excited. Okay.
I was kind of looking at one of you like, are you going to toss it?
3, 2, 1. But we brought the mood down a little bit, so let's bring it back up, hopefully.
No, we are this week.
Okay, good. So we'd love to give a shout out to some of our listeners that show us love on iTunes and leave us a review. So this week we got one from...
Yeah, this one's from the UK. It is a 5-star review called Cool Guys by Heat Lifer Baby. Wonder what team he roots for. So Heat Lifer Baby says, enjoying every podcast.
He's probably a Pistons fan.
Does he talk about every podcast or every one of our episodes? Because, I mean, there's a lot. That could be a really broad statement.
Every podcast that's ever been made, he enjoys.
There's some pretty poor podcasts out there.
Would take a lot of time. I don't think it's possible.
It's not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But that's all I said?
Yeah. That was the review.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, that's great. Sweet and to the point, I think.
Awesome. Why don't we get some news?
Yeah.
All right.
That was it.
So this right here, we need to. We got hit up. Listeners were really active this morning on Twitter.
Yeah, dude, they went crazy.
Wait, really?
Oh my god!
I haven't checked our mentions this morning at all.
Dude, I woke up and I had 16 notifications, and I was like, Ape got blown up by trolls trying to get music on, and it wasn't. It was our podcast page.
Yeah. So we got lots of bring this crap up on. We're doing it. I also put a post up on Facebook.
Yeah, I'll hit that. I remember that one. I'll make sure to mention it. I have it up right now, actually.
Oh yeah, this is Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are welcome. That was
Yeah, thank you for that, Tim.
Wow, that was
That's a fun one. I heard this as well. We'll touch. Oh, good job, Tim. You responded.
Yep. Do my thing.
I'm gonna
Sometimes I just sit there on Twitter.
I actually really like to sit there on Twitter and do stuff.
Oh, that cloud with a blog tree for the Sixers is interesting.
I know. I don't know how I feel about it though.
Boston first. So Boston's first. Next year picks off with Brooklyn and Lakers first. Sixers will get Brooklyn first this year. The Dallas first, and then we're sitting back. Oh man, I don't know. I mean, Brooklyn. It depends what Brooklyn does at the deadline.
Well, we're going to start with buyers and sellers.
Yeah. Yo, I got a good list, man. I was prepping. That's why I was a little bit late today. Like, I genuinely, like, I have a ton prep today. I was really,
That's
like...
why you were late today?
Yeah, I didn't do anything last night. Seriously, like, dude, I slept last night. I went to bed at, man, probably 9:30. I fell asleep. I was watching Cavs Timberwolves.
I watched part of that game.
Yeah, it just got, in the third quarter, it kind of got out of hand, so I just stopped watching, kind of fell asleep, and I slept solid from 9:30 till, like, I think 5:36 this morning.
Like 5 minutes in.
Alright, I'll be right back.
We have to deal with 3 straight hours. This is you were put on for the camera so much right now. All right, 3, 2, 1. What camera? The phone. The phone and camera.
We're like a minute and a half in.
3, 2. What are you doing? Three, 2, 1. So listen.
A minute and 4 seconds of us just fucking with Kevin while he tried to start the episode. Jesus, man.
What time is the Spurs interview?
5.
Okay, so what time is it right now?
4.
All right.
We have an hour.
Yeah, I have 0 questions.
I have a bunch.
I'm really messed up with work right now because I have to work Friday afternoons because I'm the only one that can do all stations.
Right.
So what's happening is I'm not getting off of work until 7 o'clock.
And you just want to go to
my lady
bed.
wants to do something.
Yeah.
And then I wake up in the morning, but then I have to prep, which is fine. But I have 3 shows for OKV that I got to prep for. And so it's like, this is just like, it's not conducive right now to that. But I figure I could come up with Spurs questions.
No, yeah. I got a bunch. I posted it on Reddit. Let's see if we got any more.
Well, I watched 4 Spurs games this week in anticipation for the interview.
Okay, well, that's good. We did not get any
Just
more.
like every Spurs game. Well, the Spurs game last night was good. I watched a little bit of that, but then they played the Knicks. But did you see Porzingis?
Yeah.
Well, he played well. He had 20 and 10 last night, but Porzingis, they shot the ball, and it was like after the whistle blew, and so it bounced off the backboard, and it went like right by Porzingis's head, but it landed right at his foot. I'm not kidding. Like, here's the ball, like it's flying back off the backboard. Porzingis just sees it coming. Like, mind you, he's facing away from the backboard, puts his foot out, catches it mid bounce, and starts dribbling it like a soccer ball. It's just like, I think that's more impressive than the 20 and 10, honestly.
He's an impressive player.
You know who else is really impressive that I can't wait to talk about?
Who?
Boban Marjanovic.
Have you seen his
That dude is a monster.
Have you seen his hands?
Yeah.
Dude,
Even bigger than Kawhi.
Yeah, like like he literally will swallow the entire other hand up.
The dude's 7'3", 290 pounds, just like straight up monster.
Dude, he's just, it's just,
he is really big.
dude.
He's just a monster.
Well, and it's just like the
When he
most
dunks, he
Spurs.
doesn't.
He broke the rim in Austin.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, your boy Pekovic was playing last.
Yeah,
night,
so that's the second game back.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys ready?
Yeah. Hold on. I named this wrong. Okay.
They were playing him next to Jang, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I think they like Towns and Garnett together.
Yeah.
And I think Towns should be starting. So I mean, he's by far the rookie of the year this year, in my opinion. But
No, he's been fantastic. Okay, hold on.
all right, let's do this.
Hold on.
Actually, where's my Dropbox at? Or I gotta open your Dropbox.
Hoops have it best. I found a thing that says the best bargain contract for each team, so I'm excited to see what they have on here. We'll paste that. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, trade exceptions.
You guys have that?
Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna open that up right now too because we have all those. That's interesting.
Huh.
They're saying the Hawks' best bargain contract right now is Jeff Teague. They only have him for $8 million. I thought his salary was up after this year, though.
It is along with Schroeder.
Yeah, but they're saying they have him 16 to 17 for $8 million again.
I mean, it might be.
But Schroeder's is definitely up this year because they're talking about him.
Might be a player option.
Man, we got this one. Man, this one dude traded us this one tweet for the Sixers. I just hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Okay, well, let's talk about the show.
Isaiah Thomas, Thaddeus Young, the Nets.
It involves moving Nerlens Noel, which is just
Yeah.
an absolute no for me.
All right, ready?
Let's
Out
do
of
it.
news. Ready?
Mm-hmm. So December 15th came and went. And a lot of people in the NBA thought there was going to be a trade. There were a bunch of rumors that were going around. And it turns out not really a lot happened.
It's been quiet. I mean, that's been the kind of the surprise, or well, not the surprise, I guess, but just the theme of any trade talks this year is they just haven't really happened.
You know why I think that is because the East is so close. They don't want to like some teams want to trade and get that one player that would make them better and put them farther into the playoff conversation. But also, like, if you do that, chemistry could get messed up, and it's so close that you could just immediately be out of the playoff picture.
Well, the West is really close too.
Yeah.
So the Suns, who are playing terribly right now, they're like 13-26 or something. They're only 5 games out of the playoffs.
Right.
So the Pelicans, who are down at the bottom. So you have that, but you also have part of the reason why I think, and some other people think as well, that a lot of these trades then happens is because there's also a January 15th date, and that is there were certain players that were signed to a certain part during the summer, and they aren't available for trade until January 15th.
So
and
they're waiting for all that.
Yeah, so a lot of teams were waiting, and I guess we want to start this off with talking about trade exceptions, because figuring out which teams have what trade exceptions is really important when it comes to the trade market. There's a few teams like the Cavaliers have like a $10 million trade exception right now.
And there's actually, I want to bring that up a little later because there's a specific player that